Greetings and congratulations from Touch History. I, Parvez Kamal, am trying to present the history of America based on true events, feeling the urge to inform the next generation. Today's history is about the epic migration of Homo sapiens, how early humans conquered the world. Now start. The journey of Homo sapiens began more than 200,000 years ago in the vast and shifting landscapes of Africa, where early humans learned to survive by reading the behavior of animals, following the rhythm of the seasons, and mastering tools that slowly separated them from every other species on Earth. In these grasslands and woodlands, small bands of humans developed language, cooperation, and the ability to adapt to environments far beyond the warmth of the tropics. As populations grew and climate patterns changed, curiosity and necessity pushed these early groups to move, step by step, across unfamiliar terrain. They followed rivers, coastlines, and herds, gradually expanding outward from their African cradle. What began as simple migration for food and safety became the first steps in a global human story. By around 70,000 years ago, groups of Homo sapiens began leaving Africa through the northeastern routes, crossing the Sinai Peninsula and entering the vast expanse of the Middle East. They encountered new climates, new challenges, and new species of humans, such as Neanderthals, with whom they interacted, traded knowledge, and interbred. This meeting left lasting genetic traces still present in many humans today, a reminder that our journey shaped not only cultures, but our very DNA. As they moved steadily northward and westward into Europe, early humans entered a world dominated by ice sheets, dense forests, and formidable predators. Yet their adaptability proved unmatched. They learned to craft sophisticated tools, tailored clothing, and build shelters capable of withstanding harsh winters. Fire became a powerful ally, allowing humans to inhabit territories previously impossible to survive in. Art also blossomed during this European chapter, as seen in the cave paintings of Lascaux and Chauvet, where ancient hands left behind swirling animals, symbols, and moments of imagination that still echo across millennia. These images reveal not only a struggle for survival, but also the birth of creativity and cultural identity. As thousands of years passed, human groups continued moving eastward from the European and Middle Eastern regions into the diverse landscapes of Asia. Asia offered a breathtaking range of environments: towering mountains, endless steppes, monsoon-soaked valleys, and tropical forests, each demanding new forms of knowledge and adaptation. In the cold plains of Siberia, humans refined their hunting skills and developed tools suited for megafauna like mammoths. In South Asia's river valleys, they built early settlements that would one day grow into agricultural societies. In East Asia, they mastered fishing, pottery, and the use of plants that eventually transformed into staples like rice. Across the continent, different cultures emerged, shaped by the local climates and resources, but united by the same human curiosity that had carried their ancestors out of Africa. The spread across Asia was not a single wave, but a complex and continuous movement of many groups over thousands of years, each leaving their mark on the land and absorbing the lessons it offered. One of the most remarkable chapters of the human journey came when small groups began pushing even farther east into the frigid northern regions, eventually crossing a land bridge that once connected Siberia to Alaska. This land bridge, known as Beringia, existed during periods of lower sea level when massive ice sheets locked away ocean water. It served as a narrow but critical gateway from Asia into the uncharted world of the Americas. The crossing, which likely occurred around 15,000 to 20,000 years ago, required extraordinary resilience as humans braved glacial winds, sparse food supplies, and the overwhelming isolation of a nearly untouched landscape. Yet it became a turning point in human migration, opening an entire hemisphere to exploration. Once in North America, humans spread rapidly across the continent, following coastlines, rivers, and vast herds of animals that roamed the plains. They adapted with astonishing speed, developing new tools, new hunting strategies, and distinct cultural traditions from the Arctic tundra to the deserts of the Southwest. As humans continued southward, they reached the rich forests, mountains, and coastlines of Central and South America. These new environments offered fertile ground for early agriculture, which later gave rise to advanced civilizations such as the Maya, Aztec, and Inca. Each developed sophisticated knowledge of astronomy, engineering, and agriculture, building monuments and cities that still inspire awe today. Their achievements reflected the same ingenuity that had first carried humans out of Africa, across continents, and into every corner of the world. The journey of Homo sapiens from the cradle of Africa to Europe's icy frontiers, across the boundless landscapes of Asia, and finally into the Americas was not a single march, but a long tapestry of movement, adaptation, and transformation. It was driven by survival, shaped by environment, and guided by an innate desire to explore what lay beyond the horizon. This vast migration connected distant lands long before written history, leaving traces in languages, cultures, technologies, and genetic lineages. Every modern human carries within them fragments of this ancient odyssey, a story written in bones, artifacts, and the shared memory of a species that became global through courage, curiosity, and the relentless will to endure. Subscribe if you love this kind of historical storytelling. It's not just facts, it's feelings. Drop your current city and time in the comments. I love knowing history with True. Thank you.